Haribol. Haribol. Thank you. From the heart. If devotees can come forward, because as you know, usually what happens is later on more people will come, more devotees will come, and so it's kind of disturbing for a speaker if somebody's coming through the front. So just get comfortable, come forward. Prabhuji is very nice. He doesn't bite, as from what I saw. So, okay, good. So I'll just do a brief intro, and lecture will probably go past 12:30, and that's fine. Arati will occur at 12:30 as usual. So Prabhuji is originally from Russia, correct? Prabhuji?
Born in Russia, but from Ukraine.
From Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. And he's a disciple of His Holiness Parthasarathi Das Goswami Maharaj, and he's very well known across ISKCON for his deep knowledge of our Shastras, our scriptures. And he committed himself to training at the Mayapur Institute of Higher Education, where he received both Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta training. And I think you started in 2009 and finalized in 2025, is that right?
Something like that.
Yeah, so it's like, going to college for a bachelor's degree, then getting a master's degree, then getting a PhD, and then doing a postdoc. It shows a deep commitment to the scriptures that our acharyas devoted so much of their time, energy, and lives towards. And Prabhuji is actively engaged in going around the world in many, many countries and trying to teach and share our Shastra to many, many devotees. And he has his own Bhakti Shastri online format, correct? The Achintya school?
Achintya.
So you can share a little bit about that.
We have our details we can present.
We can share that with devotees. So I don't want to take more of Prabhuji's lecture time. Let's pay nice attention. And little children, if the little children are going to be little children, which is normal, then we request that you kindly go outside the temple room, and so the lecture can go nicely. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the instruction. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Yashodanandana Jaya Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Jaya Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanashare Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gora Haribol Haribol and Nitai Gora Haribol Nitai Gora Haribol and Nitai Gora Jaya Radha Madhava Shri Radha Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada, Pada. Jaya Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana, Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana, Nitai Sachinandana. Nitai Gaura Haribal, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribal, Nitai Haribal, Haribal, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura Haribal, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribal, Nitai Gaura Haribal, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribal. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. The Divine Lordship Shri Nitai Sachinandan Ki Jai. His Divine Loving Grace Apacharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Portland Yadra Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. All glories to the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. That's fine. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Hare Krishna to everyone, dear friends, dear visitors. Welcome to ISKCON Portland, to the temple of Shri Nitai Sachinandan for Sunday Office program. Welcome all. Happy to see you all today. And by the way, how many of you came for the first time? Oh, you. Welcome. Thank you for coming. We're happy to host you. And also, I came first time. Today is a Sunday Office program. And this program been established by Srila Prabhupada. So he presented it's like chanting, dancing, feasting, and philosophy. So the main part is chanting and dancing. So I'm presenting this philosophical part. This is a little bit maybe boring. Let's see how it goes. Today we would like to a little bit deviate from the usual standard. Normally we present Bhagavad Gita for the Sunday Office class, but I see most of the devotees, it's like a family circle. So we present today, we will speak on Chaitanya Charitamrita. And I have a topic to discuss, which is 3 main chief deities of Vrindavana. Is it okay? It's good, yeah? Okay, so we'll read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, from Adi Lila, chapter 1, entitled Spiritual Masters, text number 19. If you want, we can display. If you have facilities, we can display. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila 1, 19, text 19. So let us start with invocation prayers to invoke auspiciousness. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Shri Chaitanya, Jai. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda. Jai Shri Chaitanya. Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So read Bengali and translation by Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so we have this verse. Eitina Thakura Gaudiyake Karyachina Atmasa Eitina Racharana Vandantine Moranatha. Eitina Thakura Gaudiyake Karyachina Atmasa Eitina Racharana Vandantine Moranatha. Does anyone likes to recite? Maybe. It's a difficult matter. I don't know how. If anybody knows how to recite, maybe try.
Etina Thakura Gaudiyake Karichane Atmasat.
Eitina Thakura Gaudiyake Karichane Atmasat.
Etine Charana Vandontine Moranath.
Eitina Racharana Nandantine Moranatha. Thank you. Beautiful. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. These three deities of Vrindavana, Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. Om Gyana Timirandasya Gyana Gyana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Pishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadanti Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganarathunatam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaganam Lalitam Shri Vishakam Vitam Sha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Rata Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanshina Gorange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyascha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishna Bhutaya Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namasheshta Manashiputra Mata Svarupam Rupam Tasagrajam Urupuri Madhurim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivarahurati Kamatava Sampraptesha Pride Kripaya Shigurun Tam Nadosmi Adantastrinandantarineshki Punak Punak Shimadrupam Padam Bujam Durisyam Jama Janmani Yasa Prasadam Yajnupi Sarvasadagana Vadeseshtani Deva May Bhagavan Samprasidataho. Hare Krishna. Asking blessings from seniors. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you for coming for this wonderful program. This is a beautiful temple of ISKCON Portland. And so we're speaking today for the pleasure of Nitai Sachi Nandan and all assembled devotees. And we're discussing pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. So Vrindavan is the transcendental abode, eternal home of Krishna. Krishna always resides there. Vrindavana Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dhama, like Narottam Das Thakur sings his wonderful bhajan. So Vrindavan Dham, it's like it's a blissful, pleasurable abode of Krishna, full of Chintamani gems, transcendental gemstones. Chintamani prakara sadma sukalpa vriksha laksha vriteshu surabhira pipalayantam. So many wonderful things are there. Kalpa vriksha trees, fish fulfilling trees, Surabhi cows, goddesses of fortune. Gaur Premanande, sadhu sadhu. Jai Prabhupada. Then water is nectar and time is conspicuous by its absence. Every step is a dance, every word is a song. Jai Shri Chaitanya Sachinandan ki jai. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpa Taravo Bhumidrumis Chintamani Dham Taya Amritam Kathaganam Yatthagamanam Apivam Shipriya Saiki Chitanandan Jyotir Param Apichet Asvadan Apitvam, like described in Brahma Samhita. Wonderful description of transcendental abode of Krishna. And in this abode, Krishna eternally resides. He even doesn't make any step outside of Vrindavan, right? Vrindavana parityaja ekopada nagachhati. Even ekopada, one small step, he never does it. And Prabhupada gave to us secret how to invite Krishna to our heart. He said, wherever there is a Krishna, there is Vrindavan. If you make our heart Krishna, our heart Vrindavan, so Krishna naturally comes in, stay there and never leaves it. So we can invite Krishna to our heart by making it Vrindavan, right? Vrindavana Ramyasthana Divya Chintamani Dhama. So and Krishna resides there eternally in his most attractive, prominent, transcendental forms, in three forms. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Shri Govinda Gopinatha Modana Mohan. These three forms of Krishna, beautiful forms, Madan Mohan, Govindaji and Gopinath, right? And these three forms are very dear to heart of all Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Madan Mohan, he is an attractor of the Cupid, mundane god of love, Kamadev. Then we have Govindaji, who is a controller of our senses. He is a master of the senses and he is the master of the cows, also lord of the cows, Surabhi cows. And Gopinath, who is a beloved of the gopis, most elevated devotees in Vrindavana. Vraja Vardu Vardhene Kalpita Ramya Kachitupasana. So these three forms of Krishna always reside in Vrindavan. Although Krishna has unlimited forms, transcendental forms. Ananta, Advaita Mashuta Manadi Mananta Rupa Madhyam Puranam Purusham, so on and so forth. But these three forms specifically have specific particular qualities. By developing a relationship with them, we're going through the three stages of transcendental knowledge. You see, transcendental knowledge is not attainable by our own efforts. It's given by Krishna, right? And by establishing, by developing this relationship with these three deities, we're going through the stages of Vedic science, which are called three different sections of knowledge. Have you heard about? Can you try to guess? Prabhu probably knows. Give us first one. Sambandha Gyan, right. And then you help also, you can help. What? Abhideya and Prayojana, right? The three different stages of developing our relationship with Krishna. So Sambandha Gyan, it's a preliminary, foundational, fundamental knowledge, our relationship with Krishna and all different tattvas. Tattva means metaphysical truths about of object which exists eternally. For example, Bhagavad Gita speaks about 5 main topics of Sambandha Gyan. Does anybody remember? Ishvara Tattva, right? Jiva, somebody else? Prakriti, Maya, and interrelationship between these 3 tattvas. Kala, Bhakti and Karma, right? So sometimes I'm going to ask you to make sure you not fall asleep. Is it okay? Okay, so this is Sambandha Gyan, right? And who is in charge for Sambandha Gyan? How his name, Krishna? Krishna has unlimited names. Huh? Madan Mohan, right. So he is in charge for this section of knowledge. Then second one is called Abhideya Tattva, right? Abhideya means knowledge of relationship. This is practice. This is knowledge how to practice this relationship and how to attain perfection. So we've got theoretical knowledge, which is Sambandha, and then practical. We engage our senses in a sadhana, right? Sadhana means engaging our material senses in order to attain goal of life. Krita sadhya, bhavet sadhya, bhavacha sadhana bida, so on and so forth. So, and who's in charge for this section of knowledge? Is Govindaji, right? So by practicing sadhana, you have to pray to Govinda so that he give you empowerment, so that you can be strong in your sadhana. And then last section is called Prayojana. Prayojana means necessity of life. It's ultimate goal of life. And behind that knowledge is Gopinathji. Yeah? Gopinath is a beloved of the gopis, those who topmost devotees from Vrindavan. So we have these 3 deities of Krishna. And if you develop gradually, one by one, relationship with each of them, we can go through the stages, systematically uplifting your consciousness up to the level of ultimate goal, which is supreme, irresistible, blissful prema between gopis and Krishna. This is, it's like a topmost love which can manifest through the relationship of Krishna with his devotees. Okay, so these are 3 deities and 3 different forms of knowledge. And also, how we can approach to these deities to develop this kind of knowledge. So we have to go through via media. So for each and every section of knowledge, there is some particular devotee who is close associate of that particular deity. He's like a personal associate. And he's like acharya of that knowledge. So we have 3 acharyas, 3 Goswami Vrindavana, those who are particularly in charge for this certain type of knowledge, Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. Does anybody remember those 3 Goswamis Vrindavana? First one, Sambandha. Who is in charge for Sambandha? Sanatana Goswami, right, exactly. He is the original Diksha Guru. He is a Sambandha Acharya. So he understood perfectly Sambandha and he presented to us this Sambandha. If you want to become conversant with that knowledge, so we have to go through Sanatana Goswami. We pray to him for the mercy, for the connection, to establish this connection with Madan Mohan deity. So then, next knowledge is Abhideya, and Abhideya Acharya is, for this knowledge is, who is it? Is anybody? Rupa Goswami, exactly. So Rupa Goswami, he is Abhideya Acharya, and he is wonderfully presenting for us different types of relationship with Krishna. Written down his wonderful book, which is called Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, where all these kind of different types of eternal relationship, like different rasas are presented in very elaborate way. So Rupa Goswami, he is an expert, he is a rasa acharya, so he gave to us this wonderful knowledge. So we can follow him, we can pray to him, and finally we can attain perfection. Yeah? Adanantas Trinandantar Idanyeshki Punach Punach Shima Drupach Padambujam Dulisyam Jamajanmani. Like Radhanath Das, he prays to Rupa Goswami by keeping the blade of grass in his teeth, and he always praying to get his association life after life. So we also follow to his footstep. And then third section of knowledge, which is called Prayojana, and behind that knowledge is also very illustrious acharya. His name is Jiva Goswami. He is there, but not really. He is in charge for that. Who is that? Radhanath Das Goswami, exactly. Thank you so much. So Radhanath Das is a project example. He established this wonderful example or demonstration how to perfectly practice ultimate goal of life, Prayojana, by 24 hours engaging in the service of Krishna, meditating on Krishna's pastimes, Ashtakali, Lila, and Vrindavan, always living Vraj, and completely being dedicated to this wonderful seva in the pleasure groves of Vrindavana. This is Radhanath Das Goswami, his Prayojana Acharya, right? So we have this. So you remember those, yeah? I'm going to ask you after, at the end of the class, yeah? 3 acharyas, 3 deities, 3 sections of knowledge, right? So now I would like to tell you a story, maybe 3 stories, how those deities receive their names. Madan Mohan, Govindaji, and Gopinath. Is it okay if I'll tell you a story? Yeah, this is beautiful stories. And first story about Madan Mohan. So first of all, we pray to him. He has his pranama mantra. We chant in his prayers, glorifying him. Jayatam suratam pangor mamamanda matergati mat sarvasva padamujam radha modana mohanau. So we worship him, Madan Mohan, who is a transcendental Cupid. And Sananda Goswami, he prays to him that he said, I am blind, I am lame, I am deprived my intelligence, so I completely lost, so I taken shelter, complete shelter of his lotus feet, right? So this Madan Mohan, and his name is Transcendental Cupid, Madan, Kamadev, Kandarpa. And this person, Kandarpa, he is the most powerful person in this world, right? He dominates over entire universe. He controls everyone by his power, his charms, his mundane love. So completely everyone fascinated by opposite sex, by these romantic feelings of material life. It's like a mantra in the heart not in the heart. So completely bound by this love, mundane love. And this Cupid, he is so powerful, he conquered everyone in this world. He probably most powerful person in this world. And he conquered even demigods, even devatas. Indra, Chandra, Agni, they fell at the praise of his spellbound. Even Brahma, even Lord Shiva, right, been conquered by him. So, and he is completely, dominating over this material realm. And once he heard that there is another person, and he appeared in Vrindavan. And that person, he is even more powerful than he himself. And he was completely excited, to go there and to try to, compete with him and conquer him and establish his superiority. So he went to Vrindavan, this Cupid, mundane Cupid. And he's surrounded by his entourage. He has his own weapon and attributes, He never comes first. First of all comes springtime, Vasanta. He has 2 wives. One is called Rati, another Vasanta. Vasanta means springtime. Krishna said, among the seasons, I am springtime. Then What else? Rati. Rati means attraction, second wife. So he has 5 arrows. He's shooting his arrows in the heart of living entities. You know this Valentine Day where there is a heart pierced by arrow. So this is it's a real thing. So he's shooting his arrows, and those arrows, Rupa, Gandha, Shabda, Sparsha, and Rasa, all the different objects of the senses. And when person hit by this arrow, he became bewildered, and he perspired and trembling, experienced all this kind of transformation, so-called. So he experienced these symptoms of love, mundane love. And he comes also with entourage, heavenly denizens, heavenly damsels, apsaras, gandharvas, with buzzing bumblebees and slight breeze, and also beautiful fragrant aroma, all these attributes. So he bewilders everyone by this, all this, his, whatever he has in his collection. So he came to Vrindavan once upon a time, and it was probably Sharad Purnima. Sharad Purnima means autumn time, when Krishna gathered together with his beloved gopis for dance, for rasa dance. And it was in a place, first of all, he could not find Krishna, because Krishna never appeared himself, never revealed to fools and rascals of this world, right? Avajananti mamutha manushyam deham ashitam. He always under the spell of his internal energy. Naham prakasha sarvasya yogamaya samavritam. He's under the yogamaya. So, but Cupid is not ordinary jiva. He completely fainted and he lost his consciousness. He crashed. So Krishna conquered him. And at that point Krishna became Madan Mohan. Those who conquered, Mohan means bewildered, Madan, who is a transcendental, he is mundane Kamadev, right? So that's why Krishna, Madan Mohan. And he can bewilder even a god of love, of this material love. Not even one, but millions Kamadevas. Kandarpa Koti Kamaniye Vishesheshe Shobam. Koti means 10 million cubit. At once he can bewilder. Is it a good story? So this is essential meaning behind. So if you want to get rid of or become free from the lust or influence of this material Kamadev, you have to surrender to Madan Mohan and serve him. And Madan Mohan able to withdraw your senses from material sense objects and redirect them to transcendental wonderful form of Krishna. And then you become saved from this influence of material love, so-called love. Is it okay? This is a secret for you, how to manage this eternal enemy of all living entities, which is Kama. Nityavarinam, this eternal enemy. So, we can pray for Madan Mohan and to Sanatana Goswami to attain Sambandha Gyan, transcendental, fundamental knowledge of the relationship with Krishna. Okay, so we're going to the next. We have original deities of Vrindavana. So this Madan Mohan now, he moved out of Vrindavan in a place which is called Karoli in Rajasthan. Has anybody been here? There? Not, a couple of people, yeah. So you have to make a plan to go there at least once in a lifetime. You have to visit that place. It's very beautiful, original. By the way, it was curved based by the words of eyewitnesses, those who saw Krishna, those who made this deity. He completely, he was rely on those words of witness of those who saw that deity, original deity. It was Uttara, mother of Maharaj Parikshit. Yeah, so we're going to the next, which is Radha Govindaji. So Govindaji, he is a controller of our senses, master of the cows and senses, and who can engage our senses in the process of devotional service. Krita sadhya bhaven sadhyam bhavasya sadhana bida. So, process of sadhana is engagement of our senses in worship to Krishna. Our material senses, by the way, to worship transcendental Krishna. So, this very mysterious process. So, Govindaji and Rupa Goswami, who is an Abhideya Acharya, he been sent by Lord Chaitanya to Vrindavan to discover Vrindavan, to explore the place of pastimes, which is called Lila Stali, where Krishna performed different pastimes in Raj, and also establish original deities, construct temples, write some books on the bhakti, on the Bhagavad principles, and also establish these principles by the example. Nana Shastra Vichara Nayaka Nipunao Sadharma Samstapakao. So they did this tremendous tasks, they did it, yeah, successfully. So when Rupa Goswami came to Vrindavan, and he came, Vrindavan was different. Nowadays, Vrindavan, there is, according to Google Maharaj, there are 200,000 people living in Vrindavan nowadays, can you imagine? But in the Kartik time, they come in 1 million. Vrindavan, my God, even bigger than this Scotland. But it was originally, it's a village of Krishna, it's a small town which is lost somewhere in the fields of Vraja. So Rupa Goswami came there, and he was completely, you know, like completely bewildered by this huge task to fulfill the order of Lord Chaitanya. And what he did, so he started to circumambulate Vrindavan, you know. Sometimes devotees are coming to get mercy of Vrindavan, they just going around on parikram and taking mercy of Vrindavan. So Rupa Goswami started to go around every day, you know, parikram. And one day he was completely like experienced like cute separation from Lord Chaitanya. He sat on the bank of Yamuna and he started to meditate upon Lord Chaitanya. And at that point, when he was completely devastated and he didn't know what to do, his servant, by the way, his name was Govinda, he appeared and he called him, Maharaj, Maharaj. He addressed Rupa Goswami. I got some news, wonderful news for you. One of your cow, by the way, Rupa Goswami, he got 500 cows. Although he was Goswami and his dressing is like kopin and kantha, nothing else. But he got 500 cows to feed sadhus. You remember he was a prime minister of Hossein Shah government. And he got a lot of gold before. Huge boat loaded with big piles of gold. But anyway, he distributed everything, but he kept a little bit just to keep 500 cows to feed sadhus. And this Govinda, he was take care of cows. He came up to Rupa Goswami. He said, Maharaj, I saw one cow went to the hillock. It's called Gomatila. So this cow went up and put a milk on the top in the hole of this hill. So probably something transcendental going on. We have to check. We have to go and check what's going on. Jai Shri Nitai Shachinandan ki jai, Shri Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. So Rupa Goswami did it. He went to that hill. He climbed up. He saw there's some hole inside the hill. So he called locals to help him. They came with instruments, shuffled and things. He started to dig in, and they dug inside 5 stories, 5 stories down. Yeah, it is explained. Pancha, Patala, Bhu-Garbha, 5 stories. They dug down, and finally they saw the tuft of the hair on the top of the head of Govindaji. So they took him out, and Govinda appeared at the front of the people after 400,000 years. 4,000 years. He appeared after long separation. So Govinda appeared by the by the service of Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami, when he saw Govinda, so he called him Govinda. Why? Because Go means cow, Vinda means to interrupt meditation. He was at meditation at the time. He was meditating on Gopal Gayatri mantra. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya, you know this mantra, it's a secret mantra. I'm not going to give you whole, but just half. Klim Krishnaya Govindaya, he was meditating on Govinda, and then his meditation was interrupted by his servant whose name was Govinda as well. And he was facing towards sun at the time he chanted his mantra. And Krishna appeared with a cow next to him. So he called him Govinda. So that's why he is Govinda. He is the controller of our senses and cows as well. So there's a beautiful story explaining how Rupa Goswami found this deity and established him. So now we have beautiful appearance, Govinda Dev in Jaipur, Rajasthan. And it's still available for our darshan. So we can go there, we can have direct vision of him. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So there is third deity which is called Radha Gopinath. Gopinath means lover of gopis. So this is a beautiful form of Krishna. And Gopinath represent prayojan. Prayojan, ultimate goal of life, ultimate necessity of the soul, to love and to be loved. And this is love, is highest love. Irresistible, highest, supreme love of gopis and Krishna. So Krishna, he would like to have some pastimes. And at the full moon of autumn night in Vrindavan, it's a very beautiful atmosphere. Shukadeva Goswami explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavanatu meratrim saradat pulamalikam vakshayam na Manasa Chakra Yogamaya Upashitam. Under the spell of Yogamaya, Krishna he felt romantic feelings. He would like to meet his beloved girlfriends. You know, when Prabhupada established Radha Krishna in the West, somebody asked, who is this woman next to Krishna? And Prabhupada said, that's his girlfriend. Yeah. So Krishna meeting his girlfriend at Vamshivat on Keshagat. So we praying to him. Shiman Rasasaram Hivam Shivata Tatashitar Korshan Venus Venar Gopir Gopinath Tunaha. So this is pranam mantra for Gopinath. If anybody inspired to get this ultimate divine revelation of love, so you have to pray to this Krishna form, who is a master of Rasa Lila dance, and he is a belover of gopis. So he attracts gopis by his wonderful play of flute on the flute, and he playing his murali, his vamshi. He has so many flutes, and he played the full moon night, and gopis are attracted to the sound of flute. They come into this place, which is arena of rasa dance. And Vishwanath Chakravarti explained, you know how many gopis come in at once in that place? Shatakoti. Shatakoti means 1 billion gopis at once. They come in for this rasa dance play. And all different types of gopis. Sadhana Siddhi, Nitya Siddhi, Kripa Siddhi, Kanishta Madhyama Uttam, all gopis, they're coming. You know? They come and go together, and Krishna, he just, you know, like, he gives mercy to all, no matter who are there. So he engaged all of them in a wonderful art festival, which is art festival. This is transcendental rasa dance with all these fine arts, and gopis represent these different fine arts. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita Abhistabire Nijasa Yoropatayo Kalabhi Golokaya Vanima Satuat Philatma Bhuta Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So those gopis, they completely surrendered to Krishna. They're very much attracted to him, and their love is so powerful that even Krishna cannot reciprocate on the same level with them. Krishna promised in Bhagavad Gita, he said, Yat hamam prapadinte tam stataiva bhajamyaham. How much you surrender to me, to that much I am reciprocate. Accordingly, I reciprocate with you. So if you express your devotion, your love to some degree, so Krishna reciprocates in the same way. But with gopis, he cannot reciprocate because gopis so much surrender to him. And they express such a love that Krishna could not. Thank you so much. So Krishna could not reciprocate on the same level. So he died. So he failed his promise in Bhagavad Gita 4:11. You can check it there. And he said, Naparayaham nirvidyamananam sasadyukritha niyujayupet yusapivam. I could not reciprocate with you on the same level. You just be happy with your pious deeds, with your service. And therefore Krishna, he is a property of gopis. He became like a puppet in their hands. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes wonderful poem. Radha Dasir Krishna Sarva Vede Bole. So Krishna, he is the property of the maidservants of Radharani. So he is completely surrendered to them. And Krishna is a maintainer of gopis. Gopi Bhartu Padakamayuro Dasu 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 Anudasu. Krishna, who is maintainer of the gopis. And Krishna has this name, Gopinath or Gopi Janavalabha. He is a lover of gopis and he is a maintainer of gopis. And he has name after gopis, you see. So he got his name because of gopis. So gopis are topmost devotees, those who endowed with high level of divine love, Mahabhava. And personification of this Mahabhava is Mahabhava, Svarupini Shiradhika Takurani, Sarvagunikani, Sarvakanti Shiromani. So this Krishna, he got a name after his devotees. And this is one of his unique characteristics of Krishna. He has 4 Madhurya, and one of them is Prema Madhurya. Prema Madhurya means his devotees, those who endowed with a very powerful Prema. Even conquered by even Krishna himself. So Krishna is surrendered by this love, to this love. So therefore Krishna is Gopinath or Gopi Janavalabha. So we pray to him to follow the footsteps of those supremely, thank you so much, supremely elevated, illustrious, wonderful devotees. Gopi Anugatya Hina Shia Ishvarya Gyan Bhajaleha Nahipai Shivra Jendra Nandana. So this is Krishna Gopinath, and he represents this highest, supreme, irresistible goal of life, which is love of his devotees, topmost devotees. So these are 3 chief deities of Vrindavana, most beautiful forms of Krishna: Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Gopinath, Radha Govindaji. So we can pray to them and we can try to develop different types of relationship with Krishna in order to develop our supreme ultimate relationship with him and follow his devotees and attain this supreme goal of life, which is prayojana. So here we are, and we would like to pray to take shelter of Krishna in those forms and develop our eternal relationship, reawaken our relationship in our heart, which is in a dormant condition. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Shri Nitai Sachinandan ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Shri Madan Mohan Govinda Ji Gopinath ki jai, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Do we have time for questions, or anyone likes to ask anything or share your own realization, vision? Maybe senior devotees, if you like. Anybody has any feedback, maybe? Any complaints? anything to say?
How to surrender?
First Mataji? Yeah, please.
So Krishna is Adosraja. How do we, what course of action? Hare Krishna. Krishna is Adoksaja, so how, and he hides himself because we have conditioned eyes. How is it, but he says as we surrender unto him, he rewards us accordingly. So what course of action should we be taking for him to reveal himself to us?
Yeah, it's a very important question. Thank you. So Krishna can be revealed, can be manifested. We can see him through the ears. And some other his name, he's called Shrutekshita. Shruta means hearing process, and Aikshita means eyes. So by hearing we can see him. Only like that. So because our eyes are completely blind, we don't have any access to the subtle, multidimensional world, what to speak about transcendental realm. So we can see through the ears, and this is very appropriate instruments to reach out Krishna. So we have to hear. Shravanam is the main process for self-realization. Everything starts from Shravanam, continues with Shravanam, and finished by Shravanam. So we have to hear Krishna's pastimes, Shravanam, Krishna Katha, Krishna Kirtan, and serve to the Vaishnavas. So this is the best way how to see Krishna. It's the best way how to see. Shrutekshita. We can see him through hearing. When we hear good enough, if we hear enough, then we want to glorify him, kirtan. And then, if we glorify him nicely, then we remember him, smaranam. Shravanam, kirtanam, Vishnu, smaranam. So this is the process. And then, if we remember him always, constantly, smarta vyog sadadam Vishnu, smarta vyog najaduchit, Krishna will be purchased by these efforts, and he will reveal himself to us completely. Gaur Premananda.
Jai. I know Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said that because we are in three-dimensional world, we can only perceive through hearing. Our other senses cannot perceive transcendental subject matter.
Exactly.
So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Haribol. Gaur Premananda.
How can we surrender?
Oh, you want to ask how we can surrender to Krishna? To the three deities. So our surrender process is only through the devotees. We cannot approach Krishna directly. So Krishna said, those who claim to be my devotee, he is not my devotee actually. But those who devotee of my devotee, he surrendered to my devotee. Then he is my devotee, best my devotee. So then he is my devotee. So we have to approach through the representative of Krishna, who is a spiritual master, Sakshat Hari. Right? So these three deities represented by three acharyas, three Goswamis Vrindavana, Sananda Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das, Narottam Das Thakur, he said, Rupa Radhanath he hoibe kuti habe bujabe shi jugala piriti. You never understood, you never understand Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan unless you read books of Rupa and Raghunath. So we can pray to our illustrious previous acharyas in the line of succession, those who Goswamis, to become avesha, same with by the mood, and we can imbibe their mood, their bhava, whatever in their heart, go to our heart. So then we can get this bhava, and then we understand the love, which is topmost love of residents of Raja, eternal residents of Raja, Nitya Parishad of Krishna. That's a process. So we have to follow the footsteps of residents of Raja, those who are perfect devotees. They are Ragatmikas. By follow them, we become Raganugas, right? So, and by follow Rupa Goswami, we become Rupanugas. And Srila Prabhupada said, our movement is established under the guidance and supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. Therefore, we Rupanugas. So this is our kind of pathway and entrance or access to Vrindavan. Sri Rupa Goswami, these wonderful illustrious Goswamis, Radhanath Das, all 6 Goswamis, Shat Goswami. Rupa Radhanatha, Vande Shri Rup Santan Bhakta Radhanachi Jiva Gopala Bhada Dasunad Yeishchaya Goron Karan Charanavana Haite Vigna Nasha Bistopran. If we just remember them, all our desires will be fulfilled. Abhishta Puran, Abhilas, Abhishta Puran, and Vanchita Purana. All the obstacles will be removed from our path. Just remember those names. Vande Rupa Sanatana Ragu Goshi Jiva Gopala Kau. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premananda. Hare Krishna. Yes, please.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
You said we should read the writings of Sri Rupa and Raghunath Das Goswami.
Exactly.
Could you share with us some sort of, in what sequence and which ones would you recommend to any kind of a sequential reading?
Yeah, it's a huge spectrum, range of different literature. So we're very fortunate. We have unlimited heritage of all this beautiful poetry and literal writings of all our previous acharyas. We're very fortunate, by the way. Now even we have in the electronic version, in the gadgets, everything there. So you can carry it, all the terabytes of books, everything now in one pocket with the base. And so first of all, we're reading Prabhupada's books, right? So we're done with Prabhupada's books, and they're different sequences as well. First one is small books, Prabhupada's small books, and then Bhakti Shastri, 4 main books. You know, you studying these 4 books: Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Shisha Upanishad. Then you're going higher for Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. You have to study it because it's our main grantha is Srimad Bhagavatam. This is topmost, main. So this is supreme evidence on the absolute truth. Nitya Bhagavatam Savayam, we have to read it every day. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita, this is Prayojana, explain the feelings and moods of Lord Chaitanya, who is a Radha Krishna Nahyanya. This is to understand his mood and psychology, you know, in mentality, it's like very high. So then we go in for our acharyas. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes wonderful books like Jaiva Dharma, Chaitanya Shikshamrita, Prema Pradipa, so many different books. Jaiva Dharma is must be read. It's like deadly important, completely, extremely. So then you go for Vishwanath Chakravarti, Saratha Darshini, commentaries on Bhagavatam, commentaries on Bhagavad Gita, all different other granthas. He commented all of them. Main one, main. So then you go up along the way to Goswamis. So there, Rupa Goswami, first of all Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Padeshamrita, Vidat Kalalita Madhava, and so many books. So many books. He written down 200,000 verses, Sanskrit verses. For example, Srimad Bhagavatam only 18,000. Can you imagine? So then Jiva Goswami, he wrote this wonderful 6 sandarbhas, Shat Sandarbha. This is most philosophical writing in the world. And it also explained Bhagavatam. It's also about Bhagavatam. 500,000 verses. The volume, this. And of course, Radhanath Das. So Radhanath Das, he writes about Prayojan. Prayojan means Vilap Kusumanjali, Stavavali, his prayers, very intimate, very confidential prayers to Radha and Krishna, especially to Radharani, in the mood of maidservant Radha Dasi, in the kunjas of Vrindavana. So this is topmost reading. So we have to approach it carefully, systematically through the sequence, not jump immediately to the Rasa Lila dance, so we have to approach like through the topics. Like, for example, Srimad Bhagavatam also designed in a certain way. There are 10 topics. Atra Sarga Visarga Siastanam Pushamutayom Manvantarishanu Kathani Rodha Muktir Ashraya. Thank you. So Ashraya means Krishna Lila, most intimate Lila in Braj. And there are 5 main chapters in 10th canto. It's called Rasa Panchadhyaya. So we have to be prepared for that. We have to be qualified. Otherwise we just read it, nothing happened, you know, we just, you know, something ordinary. We should not take it like that. So that's why we have to study all these topics gradually. Better to take up some courses like Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, so study through them, take association of senior devotees, get ready our consciousness, and then we enter into this. And then maybe something happened by the Krishna's mercy and Guru and Gauranga. Maybe you can feel something. You can imbibe some little bhava, little tinge of that mood. And this is perfection of life. Is it okay? Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So, I think it's time is over. Eh?
Questions?
Is anybody likes to ask at the last moment something?
Okay.
Can finish?
Thank you very much. His Grace, Sundar Prabhuji.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, ISKCON Portland Yatra ki jai, Shri Nitai Sachinandana ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
And we'll go ahead and have a stand-up kirtan. Arati is over, but we can glorify with the chanting of the holy name. Thank you.